Hey gang, it's Ben and Hoku, and we are on a road trip today. So thank you for joining us on the Semper Gumbie Channel. And this episode, we will be driving down to Dothan, Alabama to pick up an item. Well, we'll take possession of it tomorrow morning. So we're spending the night in Dothan. We got about another 6-hour drive. So thank you for sticking with us, and we'll see you when we get to Alabama. All right, so I went to pick up my dinner at David's Catfish House. Got me some shrimp gumbo and some hush puppies, and walking back to the hotel right there. But man, it's got a big old lake or pond back there, and you got some catfish. But took about 6 hours to get down here today, and it's a nice afternoon, but heading back into the hotel. All right, catch y'all later. Tonight's hotel meal is some shrimp gumbo and hush puppies. Ain't that right, puppy? Yes, we are in Dothan, Alabama, spending the night in the hotel room to pick up our, well, you're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning to see what we're picking up. Well, good morning, gang. As you can see, we are spending another night in a Best Western in Dothan, Alabama. And we're just, we got about 30 minutes before they open up a continental breakfast so I can get some coffee and all that good stuff. But we will be heading south to a place about 11 minutes from here to pick up an item and meet some of the great folks at this company. So check back with us in a little bit, and we'll get on our way and finish our road trip adventure. And we are here at the long-awaited Vintage Trailer Works here in Dothan, Alabama. And I'm here to pick up my 2023 XSport off-road trailer. So you guys been waiting for a while. So the news out, and this is where I'm picking it up. So can you tell me a little bit about the vintage trailers and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm actually the owner's son. I'm Michael
you're
Damon.
A Crump?
Crump,
okay, yeah. I think I talked to your mom when I was doing all the financial
Probably
stuff.
so.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so I've been here Ever since just after we started. It started in 2015.
Okay.
Now it started in 2016, December of 2016. So
Okay.
we only built like he only built one or two that first year in 2015. And I came on and we started just a really small crew. And we were still a small crew, but
Right.
we've expanded a lot. So we went from doing 2 or 3 trailers a month, just figuring everything out. Now we're able to do about 14 a month.
Wow, that's great. And I know you guys got dealers across the nation. I know you guys, you know, I was going to buy one from a dealer, but I didn't like the way the service was, so that's why I called here
Right.
and wanted to deal with you guys directly.
Right.
Man, you guys got some nice stuff here. So if anybody's interested of getting ordering one, they can just go to the website and then.
Yeah, they can put in a quote on the website, and we personally, either between me, Justin, or another sales rep that's on the West Coast, we personally reach out after you put that quote in and kind of see if we can help you with anything.
I saw a lot of videos with this guy on the West Coast. Is it Ben?
Yeah.
Okay. He's great.
Yeah, he's a company rep he's been a company rep for a couple of years, and he just bought a trailer way back, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind showing it off and kind of guiding some other people into if they want to buy one or not, and he's done really well out there.
Well, I did a lot of research on your trailers, and you know, I found that I needed one that was just small enough, and I had a 21-foot travel trailer, and it was just so much work to do, and then I do a lot of camping and off-roading, and I needed something that was small, compact, and that could fit in the garage. Even with the heavy-duty racks, it'll fit up in the garage. So it's not higher than my truck. So that's my truck just fits in about a 1/4 inch before it hits the door. But man, you guys got a lot of nice trailers here. What's your most popular or your ones that you guys sell the most?
Probably the XTRs right here.
Okay, this one right here.
Yes.
So this one is a 4x8 or 5?
This one's. The XTRs are only making a 5x9 and a 5x10 anymore.
Okay.
We used to make some other sizes, but they weren't popular enough to really keep around.
Yeah. So this one's got the open for the kitchen, and the slide out. Right. It's got a slide out, and I think you got more room this way, right, inside.
You do. Yeah.
Okay. And then you got your off-road kind of tires, like 30. Where was this?
I think these are
31s. Okay. Yeah, folks. They make some really good quality stuff here. It's amazing. So, wow. And then those are.
So these are kind of the brother or sister to the XTR. They still got the off-road suspension and frame and everything, the big tires. They just keep that rounded shape to them. These are we call them the XTC.
Yeah.
So they're pretty popular too, just because a lot of people do like that rounded shape.
Right. It's really cool. And you guys got a really, I was expecting it was going to be like, 15, 20, 30,000 thing. I pulled up. I missed it when I drove by. And I really like, so how many employees do you guys have?
Right now we're right at 12.
Okay.
I think we got a part-time kid too, so 12 and a half, I guess.
Awesome. And you said Justin will be in about 8?
Yeah, he's usually 5-10 minutes early to 8, so he should be here anytime.
Okay. And folks, it's really easy if you want to order a trailer. All you do is you go to the website, you put in your options. They have a base model of each one. Put in your options, and then it'll submit the quote, and then they'll get back with you. There are tons of options you can put. So later on today, we'll do a little bit walk around when we get home on my trailer. But I waited. They were quick. Service was great, and you can either pay your deposit. Pay your deposit, or you can just wire your money through or whatever like that. So, but it's just awesome. Hey everyone, this gentleman right here is Justin Kirkland. He is the person that I dealt with when ordering, through the whole process, and he made it so super easy. And the customer service, everyone I talked to, either on the phone or by email, they're quick. You want to tell us a little about yourself, Justin? How long you been here, what you do? Or
yeah, I wear a couple of different hats. I'm a quality control manager, warranty manager, and now Eastern sales manager. So I've been here since September of 22. And it's been a fun ride so far. Still learning the process and product and all of that good stuff.
Okay.
But,
What did you do before you came here?
I sold commercial doors.
Okay.
So from one unique industry into another. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you guys did for me, walked me through the whole thing, and just kept in constant emails and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool operation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to keep clear communication. You know, we want to make sure that you understand what you're getting and you know, the process that it takes to get there. So we try to keep it nice and simple and clear.
Okay.
You, so.
Can you just go over this right here for me real
absolutely.
quick, so I know what I'm looking at?
So you've got your shore power setup.
Okay.
So essentially what you're going to do is this right here will unwind and you'll run it out this
Okay.
this port right here, and you'll connect it into your campground.
Okay. Oh, it's wound up, so there's extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's extra there. This is your battery charger.
Okay.
This is going to be, of course, we haven't supplied a battery with it, so you'll
Right.
have a battery. You'll just whatever battery you get, you can drop in there. We typically do I say typically, when we provided batteries, we did just a standard marine lead acid battery.
Okay.
A lot of people like the lithium batteries just because you get a longer lifespan out of them. You can run a little bit more juice on them. But nonetheless, this would be for that. And I like to tell people this battery charger is not really designed to bring a battery from death to life. So it's more for maintaining.
Maintaining like okay.
Yeah. So typically I recommend before you go on your camping trips, get a good charger, and then charge that, and then you plug that in and use that to maintain while
Now,
you're at
can I disconnect that while I charge the battery, and then just put that on it's like a maintainer or trickle charger or something like that? Is that?
Yeah.
Or I can leave it plugged in.
So in order for this to work, we can walk up to the front real quick, and I can show you the front box setup. In order for your battery charger to work, this switch here has to be flipped to the on position.
Okay.
So if you just flip that off, you can put a battery charger onto your battery here.
Okay.
And it'll juice it up. And then when you get to the campground, flip that on, plug in your battery charger, shore power, all of that good stuff, and it'll go from there.
Okay.
So, and you've got a solar controller here.
Okay.
And these are your leads for your solar panel.
Okay, great.
If you decide to go that route.
And then this is just the leads for the battery.
That's right. So you have
positive and negative.
positive, negative, pretty self-explanatory.
It's got a fuse on there.
30 amp fuse.
Okay.
For that, and then positive and negative. Sometimes you'll catch one of these negative wires will have a little bit of red in it or something like that.
Okay.
But pretty simple. That's mostly black. It goes on negative. It's mostly red.
And then when I hook up the solar, do I just hit that button there and then?
That's right. There's different. It's hard to see right here because we don't have terrific lighting. But if you see here, you've got different battery types. So you would just select the battery type, and in order to get that.
So sealed, gel flooded, or lithium.
That's right.
Okay. Well, those they go up in price. I know that as you get to the
that's
blue.
right.
Okay.
So in order to adjust that, you'll press that button and hold it down until it starts blinking, and then cycle through to the one you need, and then press it and hold it down again.
Okay.
So
Now this one right here, what's the weight of this? Like 1,000 pounds or something like that?
roughly. Dry weight's about 1,000 pounds on the exports. They're super lightweight, so really good. Really good for smaller vehicles. If you have a smaller vehicle, something that doesn't have quite as big of a tow capacity, these are really good for that.
Okay. And then the tires, got that. The window. Oh, you finally got one
the bed in there.
Okay.
Everything's good to go. So fairly simple. One of the things I like about the Export and then if you go to our other model called the Base Camp, XTR Base Camp, is they're really customizable. You can kind of do what you want to do to it. So that's really where this one is. It doesn't have a whole lot of options, not a whole lot of, nothing, not a whole lot of extra added stuff. So you can build it out how you want to build it out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but you've got your bed, you've got a cubby in there for some storage. You got your spare tires, so pretty good stuff. I will tell you about these heavy duty roof racks.
Okay.
When you put anything on here, so let's say you're putting a rooftop tent, something to that effect, make sure you mount them as close to the edge as possible, those brackets.
To disperse it all the way
to disperse the weight, right? Because the closer you get to the center on these bars, the more weight gets pressed down in the middle, these aluminum bars. So it'll bend those bars if it gets closer to the center. Whereas if you keep it more out here, then you're putting the weight on these racks here rather than on the bar itself. So just try to keep that weight spread out, dispersed to the...
Now, what's the weight capacity on these?
So 400 moving, 800 stationary.
All right, good. So that's almost twice as much as the stock ones, the lightweight ones.
That's right. Lightweight is only 400 while moving.
So. And I want to thank you so much for helping me out with those racks too. So that's awesome. So so if you do get your camper, you can opt to go with the heavy duty racks. And we had to find out if the by installing these racks, what would it do to the structure or the integrity of the camper? And Justin checked it out and it was fine. So if you decide to get these racks, it's an additional charge on there. But if you're going to plan to put a rooftop tent, storage boxes or anything like that, these are the way to go if you're going to put something heavy on there. So awesome.
Any other questions that you may have about it? I mean, the unit's pretty
I mean, it's straight.
Not a whole lot of it's just an
aluminum.
An aluminum fender weld. So
I can just use a step if I got to get stuff up there. So all right.
I don't think there's a whole lot. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was thinking through, like, all right, what all do I need to tell them? And, it's pretty straightforward. So.
But looks good, man. I appreciate it.
Just a couple of like basic maintenance things. You'll want to keep an eye. You'll have, like, you can kind of see right here. We tried to clean all this up, but sometimes as it just sits in the heat.
The RTV or
there's a sealant underneath all of this nosing right here. It's roofing tape, and mastic. So what happens is, as it sits in the sun or as it heats up, you know, just like any kind of glue or sealant or anything, it's going to leak a little bit. So if you just get a plastic putty knife, you can just take that and run it across right there and clean it off. Then if you want to take, you know, you can get some mineral spirits and just kind of wipe that right there, whatever excess is left, and that'll clean it up. As far as like silicone seals go, you have a silicone seal all the way around the top of the trailer. This, I would keep a check on it maybe every 3 months or so. Just take a check and just kind of see make sure it looks good. But you very rarely are going to have to replace this sealant.
So that's fine. It'll be in the garage most of the time too. So,
which is good.
Covered,
yeah, that's good. You want to keep it out of the elements. That's all. I say you want to keep it out. When you're storing it, it's great to keep it out of the elements. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, man, there's not a whole lot to the unit. I mean, you got a nice blank canvas here that you can kind of you know, fix it up and do what you want to do with it. So
well, I appreciate you guys working with me and all that good stuff.
No problem.
So folks, if you do get a trailer from here, make sure you check your trailer connections and you know, the 7-pin, 6-pin, or if you have dual connections like I do on my Ram. And these are for the AC, right?
That's right. So they're just like a little hookup. Obviously they're tight because we don't want to allow water in there, but we have a connection we put on the end of it. You can buy it anywhere. I think it's like a sewer hookup line or something. And you just replace the end of it with on the hoses, and it connects onto that kind of pretty.
And then that is the vent fan, right?
That's right, vent fan. That's the 3-speed, not the standard, not the deluxe vent fan. But works just as good.
The deluxe is the one, if it rains, it closes automatically.
Yeah, and it has 10-speed. A couple of different things you can adjust on it, but the big kicker is if it rains, it'll close automatically.
All right. Well,
I appreciate all the help.
No problem.
If you guys are interested, give them a call. I'll put all the info in the description box down below, the link, the website. yeah, I drove 7 hours to get out here, but I think it was well worth it. You know, I'll drive 10 hours if the customer service is great. And come see Justin Kirkland, and he'll get you in one of these. So, or one of those, or one of those, or one of those. So, all right. Well, how do I get this to the truck? Do I?
You can back in right here. If you just want to back in,
okay.
We can hook you up. And
So we finally got the camper home, and it fits perfect in the garage, lengthwise, widthwise, and height-wise. And it was perfect. That's what I really wanted when I was looking for a small camper, something to fit in the garage and not worry about leaving it outside or getting the cover for it or even finding an alternate storage location. So it's in the garage. Let's go check it out a little bit closer. Hey folks, we are inside of the camper, and it's a little warm in here because I don't have shore power hooked up, I don't have a battery, and I don't have for the lights and the fan. So please pardon the lighting and the sweat on my forehead. But if you look at the camper, it's all wood paneling on the inside, and they coat the wood with a nice clear on there to give it a nice classy kind of look. But there's a lot of features in here I want to go over with you. But let's start on that wall and work our way back this way. On the front wall, you'll have an AC port, and you'll have DC here for your 12-volt plug-ins. And then you have USB. You got 2 USB ports here. And then you turn on and off the power to the panel. Also, they include a power strip that plugs into shore power in the back. So you have 2 outlets and then 2 more USB ports. So you have a total of 4 USBs and 2 outlets where you can plug in accessories to. Now down here, you do have a storage net, and you have that on the left side and on the right side of the camper. So you can store your wallet, keys, or whatever you want in there. Now above the cargo nets, you have 2 large cubby holes on the top, and you'll be able to store pillows, blankets, bedding, sleeping bags, or other pieces of equipment up in there. So it does give you a cargo net, but I plan on putting curtains on mine in front of the cargo nets. But right now, this is how it looks for storage. And for the bedding, you do have a tri-fold mattress, which unfolds and becomes a queen-size bed on the floor space of the camper. So right now you can leave it like that as like a little sofa. You could bring the back up just a little bit, bring it out, and use a sofa from there. The front door also has a screen that you can have open to get some more airflow. It does have a lock, and it does have a bottom latch where you can use to latch the door open or use it to close it. Now, one of the other options I wanted to do is to have them install the grate. So that is it in a nutshell, just a brief overview of what the camper has. As we get closer to our camping trip and get it all built out, I'll do a more detailed of how we do the build, especially for the kitchen in the back. And right now, there's nothing in the kitchen except 2 shelves, and I'm going to build that out and build me, put some stoves and a small refrigerator back there. So keep tuned for that. Other than that, I'm glad to have made the purchase. I'm glad that it fits in the garage, and I can't wait to use it. So I want to thank the guys over at vintagetrailerworks for working with me to get this done. They did it in 4 days. They built this whole thing in 4 days to how I wanted it. and they did an absolute jam-up job, man. These guys are great. Always kept in contact with the emails or called or text letting me know what's going on. And in fact, I think I changed my options twice, and Justin was able to have that done in a timely manner. So thank you again, guys. It was great meeting you. And if I'm ever back in the Dothan, Alabama area, I'll definitely stop by and say hello. The guys, I mean, everybody at Vintage Trailer Works, thank you for working with me and getting this trailer done in a couple days. And I appreciate the add-ons that you did, and it's going to be in good use. So stay tuned. We're going to be using this camper in future videos. Hopefully when it starts cooling down, I'll have it done by then in the fall. So anyway, if you made it this far in the channel, thank you for watching. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because that helps support the channel. And with you guys subscribe, liking, and comment, that means a lot. We hit over 10,600 subscribers, so thank you all for helping us out to get to that number, that mark. So anyway, so be kind to your neighbors, treat them well, look after them, and spend time with your family, because you'll never know how long they got left on this earth. And now I'm just a man, his dog, his Dodge, and his camper. And you know, no matter what life throws at you, and it will. Life isn't easy, but it's very enjoyable. But you got to take it as it comes, because these curveballs come at all angles and speed. So, you know, just remember to be Semper Gumbie. I'll catch you on the next video. Semper Gumbie out.